Bayern Munich are in complete turmoil. Let's sit down and talk about it. They've just sacked young manager and up-and-coming lad Nagelsmann, who just knocked out Messi, Neymar and Mbappe, that PSG team with Choupo-Moting. And they've hired Thomas Tuchel in the middle of the season. The Bundesliga and German social media is going wild.
Theo, João Cancelo was asked about this last night in an interview. He had no idea what was going on. And I've got to ask you, because I really don't know, who the hell is Fabrizio Romano?
Fabrizio Romano is someone that announces transfers on Twitter. That's all he does. He gets information early and lets the people know. How does he make his money? Well, this is interesting. This is all alleged, but I think he'll get commission off agents for announcing news, which will help push deals to make them happen. If an agent announced the news through Fabrizio Romano, then the player's going to get more interest and more people will be talking about it because he has a big fan base. It's a win-win for the agents and for Fabrizio. He announced the news, not of a player, of a manager coming in, and it's Thomas Tuchel. How did Bayern not announce this to Nagelsmann? He had to find out through Fabrizio on his Twitter feed.
Well, the first thing, Nagelsmann is viewed as one of the best young managers in the world, Theo. He's been at Hoffenheim, hasn't he? He's been at RB Leipzig and then Bayern Munich. He's got a very good record.
Yeah.
Why is he suddenly gone? I don't get it.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Nagelsmann, I thought he was doing well. Now, this is the reason. Kahn and Brazzo's ideology. They want someone perfect as Bayern Munich manager. Bayern, they're a really big club. They've won the league 10 years running.
Yes.
They need the perfect form in the league and in Europe. Now, as much as I've said, in Europe, they've knocked out PSG, a strong PSG at home 2-0, won the away leg. I thought Nagelsmann was doing a great job. But in the league, they're dropping howlers. They've lost the occasional match. We saw to Xabi Alonso, Leverkusen, Mönchengladbach earlier on in the season. Union Berlin, they had a bit of a howler against. They've had games and off days that has caused Borussia Dortmund to be top of the German division. And they're not happy with that.
No, but Nagelsmann, he cost Bayern Munich 25 million euros to bring in, Theo. He's only had, less than 2 years there. He's won the Bundesliga. He's won a couple of cups. You look back at the UCL campaign, they've won 8 out of 8 games. Theo, and if they win the next game against Borussia Dortmund, they're top of the league.
But the problem is, and people don't know about this in England, but they do in Germany, Nagelsmann's not a manager who follows orders. He doesn't listen to the people above him. He likes to do things his own way. He's definitely talented, and if you give him the trust and the power to make decisions, it will go the right way. But they sacked him and hired a man who likes his things his own way anyway. Thomas Tuchel is the most stuck-up manager of them all. He is selfish in terms of the players he wants and the decisions around the club. I think this is going to be an absolute mess.
Theo, yes. I mean, this is the thing about Thomas Tuchel. Obviously a very talented manager, a lot older than Nagelsmann. He's been to a lot of clubs, but he likes to do things his way.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's not a yes man, is he?
When Oliver Kahn is trying to tell the players something, Thomas Tuchel will be like, no, go through me and make sure I'm okay with it first. When he went into Chelsea, Marina Gavrislova and Roman Abramovich allowed him to do what he wants when Frank Lampard left.
Yes.
He came in, he made loads of changes, and from January until May, he won the bloody Champions League. Now, Bayern Munich are thinking the same thing's going to happen. Well, unless the owners and the board allow him to do everything that he wants and they back him with the right money, the right budgets, and, well, there's no time for a transfer window if they want to win the Champions League this year. But going forward, if they give him that decision-making, then it might work. But because Bayern are very stuck up, they've won 10 leagues in a row.
Yeah.
You know, the way they move as a football club is very different to Chelsea. I don't think it's going to work like that. This could end completely in the wrong direction.
Yes, they are absolutely addicted to success,
yeah,
aren't
they are. And short-term success, clearly, unless Nagelsmann was given a chance. You've got one of the youngest and best up-and-coming managers who's starting to prove himself. Of course, we all know the situation with Lewandowski. The reason he left Bayern Munich was falling out with Nagelsmann. He's even older than Nagelsmann, so it doesn't surprise me. But the way he's built that squad, he's had a word in the signing, Sadio Mane. He's brought the best out of Choupo-Moting. He's made De Ligt back to his top notch. Kimmich is really close with Nagelsmann. Apparently, the rumours in Germany are, Dad, that he's fallen out with the whole squad apart from Kimmich. So if that's true, do you think this was the right decision?
Well, I've heard rumours about a lack of player development, a lack of sporting development over the last year and a half. And that is the worry of the bosses. Very good players within the Bayern Munich squad, but they're not getting better. And there was also the little matter of Nagelsmann being skiing while his players are working. And,
Manuel Neuer was skiing. He was allowed to go ski, even though that was against the club's rules.
But the gaffer was skiing.
The gaffer was skiing as well. I know. They all just love to ski in Germany. Why do you love skiing so much? But Manuel Neuer, this is a serious point. He disobeyed the club's orders, and that comes down to the manager. if Manuel Neuer is allowed, thinks he can break the rules and go skiing, that shows that maybe he doesn't believe and trust in Nagelsmann as much as a manager that's older and more experienced and someone you look up to. Because Neuer's older than him, he's gone off skiing, he's got injured, and then they're going to have to rush and buy Jan Sommer for the rest of the season. That's what they had to do because of that injury. Now, maybe that's all coming down to a lack of structure with decisions and respect towards the manager.
That's interesting, Theo, but Thomas Tuchel is known for his discipline. I mean, I heard a story that if you're in the canteen as a player, you finish your dinner, you've got to wait for everyone else to finish before you leave the table. It's little things like that Thomas Tuchel will come in. And by the way, he knows the Bundesliga very, very well. He knows Dortmund very well, doesn't he? He'll come in. He'll win the title with them, surely.
I don't think so. It all comes down to Dortmund-Bayern, the next match.
Yes.
Whoever wins that wins the league. Now, managers take a lot of time to make it theirs. And Germans in Bayern Munich, in Bavarian area, they're going to make it very hard for Thomas Tuchel to fit in just like that.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're playing a Dortmund team who are on form in the league. They've just scored 6 goals past Cologne. The fans believe they can win the league. They're currently above them. The pressure's rising. And you're expected to walk out there as a manager for the first 90 minutes and beat the hardest club of them all in your own stadium. My God, this could go wrong. This is the biggest game in the league by far. German football is so exciting this year. I have to be there. It's that bad. I have to.
Yes, and I think Bayern Munich will win that game. That is my prediction. It's on their home turf. But the thing is, there, I look forward not just for the end of the season. There's 9 games to go in the Bundesliga. Bayern Munich will win the league. I know you disagree. My point is, surely Nagelsmann was a 5-year project. Tuchel's not going to stick around for more than 2 or 3 years.
When me and Michael Owen asked our predictions in the Bundesliga, he said Bayern Munich. He laughed at me for saying Borussia Dortmund. The reason I say it, this is the closest in the last 11 years of them winning the Bundesliga, walking it every single year, boring Bayern Munich, winning the league. This is the time that Dortmund are going to step in, continue their form. Nothing's going to stop them. Jude Bellingham in midfield. You've got Adeyemi and all the lads scoring the goals. I'm telling you, this is the year for Borussia Dortmund to shock the system. I believe they're going to do it against... I think they'll do it at Allianz Arena. I think they're going to win 2-1.
Wow,
because
that is interesting.
Things take a long time to change. And I know Thomas Tuchel did it instantly at Chelsea, but this one feels different. And I'm going to say one more point. In Germany, a lot of people have doubts when people sack them, especially in the middle of the season. It's German culture to work a job for years. I'm talking 15, 20, 30 years. You've got the people in the Volkswagen offices. I met a few of them when I went to Braunschweig. They've been working there for 30 years straight. Yeah. Sacking managers in the Premier League happens all the time.
Yes.
But in Bundesliga, it doesn't. And to do it at this point, I think is an absolute disgrace. And I worry for Bayern Munich, but I'm excited for Borussia Dortmund. Smash the like button. Thank you for watching this video. Have you got any final words, Thogden?
Yes, Julian Nagelsmann maybe to Tottenham Hotspur.
I like that. This is one more thing I actually wanted to mention. Nagelsmann now has the perfect array of football clubs that he's the hottest prospect in the manager palette going. You know, if you're looking at all the different guys available, you have to make this move right. Now, I'm not sure Tottenham's the right move. Do you really want to be under Levy's orders, or would you rather wait for an opportunity where there's a bit more budget available?
Well, Theo, I'm sorry, but I'm a fan of Daniel Levy. I think he's done amazing things at Tottenham Hotspur. A few Tottenham Hotspur fans will be throwing things at the screen right now. I think he's a good chairman, CEO.
Do you think Harry Kane and Heung-min Son are going to respect him at his young age? I think he's learned enough at Bayern Munich to be able to deal with it.
Yeah.
I actually think this
Harry
will be an
Kane will, yes.
Tuchel got sacked at PSG because he fell out with a few people. He went to Chelsea and he brought them the best success he could possibly get. We're seeing the same thing here. Nagelsmann's got sacked at Bayern Munich for something that he's fallen out with a few people. He's now going to come to England and he's going to get instant success with someone. Let it be Tottenham. Make that deal happen. On that bombshell, it's time to end. I'm Jeremy Clarkson. Goodbye.